Don't let your mistake turn into a mess. What do I mean by that? Oftentimes when we make mistakes, we also make the mistake of letting them stay a noun. And the cool thing about the word mistake is that it's both a noun and a verb. And when you look at it as a noun, it gets to this finality point, to this stuck point. I made a mistake. And there's this pause to it. And often life mirrors that pause that we have even in the language. When you turn it into a verb, you can change that into instead of I made a mistake, I've mistaken this as this, and now I'm going to do this. And that is so empowering, and that's going to be a ticket to change, because momentum requires a direction. And a mistake is not an ending point, but a redirecting point. And when you see it that way, your life becomes a lot easier and a lot more fluid, and there's a lot less of these stuck points, because oftentimes what I see with people is when we make a mistake, we put it as a noun and we stay stuck in it, and we try to make the mistake right, and we try to, reorganize the mistake, or redecorate the mistake, or convince the mistake, or try to just do all of these different acrobatics to change the fact that the mistake was made, instead of understanding that it can be a verb as well, and you just change it to, I've mistaken this as this, and now I'm going to do this. And it literally has this cute little U-turn and moves you in a different direction. And it also helps with your mind, it helps with your emotions to become more fluid, more flexible in the living of life, because you are guaranteed to make mistakes. Every single day, multiple times a day if you're lucky. It's part of being a human. But it's your ability to turn that noun into a verb, to be able to, instead of pausing and staying in it, trying to convince it into being something it's not, to redirect as quickly, as smoothly, and as effortlessly as you possibly can, and to learn from all of those wonderful mistakes. Just see them as little cul-de-sacs or little U-turns to spit you out in a different direction. And the quicker you can do it, the happier you can do it, the more at ease you can do it, the more you get the medicine of that momentum. And so put this on just like an experience. Like, what if you saw somebody walking down the street, you thought they were your friend, so you chased after them and you tapped them on the shoulder and they turned around and they were not your friend. And if you put a noun on that, I made a mistake. There's this pause to it. And depending on your personality, you're either going to try to, create a situation to make that situation less awkward. You're going to try to convince that person to become your best friend. There's so many different variations to that. Or you can just simply run up to the person, tap them on the shoulder, they turn around, it's not your friend, and you simply lightheartedly say, I've mistaken you for somebody else, I'm so sorry, have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day. Now you have corrected that situation, you've made it true, and now your direction in the opposite direction, or even if that turns into a different situation altogether, is now under a different energetic momentum. And that momentum is going to propel you forward. That momentum is going to let you engage with life in that playful way. So whenever you make a mistake, when you get to make a mistake, but change it from that noun to the verb. I've mistaken this as this, and now I get to go do this. Have fun with it.